speaker and author John O'Leary brings a message of hope to campus. Plus, HLGU hosts Adventure University. And later, coming up in sports, a thrilling men's soccer game sends your Hannibal-LaGrange Trojans to the semifinal round of the AMC tournament. Good day, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Newsbeat. I'm Nick Sowers. During homecoming weekend, John O'Leary visited campus as the Booster Night speaker. O'Leary is a speaker and author who uses his life story to inspire others. When O'Leary was a child, he suffered severe burns to 100% of his body from a fire. The accident left O'Leary to question his purpose in life and wonder how he was going to overcome his circumstances. Eventually, through the support of his parents and people in his life, he was able to realize God's plan for his life in using his story to inspire others. O'Leary says his father played a key role in his optimistic perspective.
My father eventually one night, right before I'm going back to school, I'm like, "Dad, why me? I don't want to go." So Dad stands up, he goes to the bedroom door, he shuts it, walks in, puts his hands on my legs and says, "John, darn it, why not you? This terrible thing has happened in your life, and if you want to be a victim to it for the rest of your life, no one's going to blame you. You've been through the worst." He said, "Or you can be a victor. And every room we roll you into, or maybe God willing, one day you walk into, people will look up in awe at what you've overcome in the life you live today." And then my father said, "John, victim or victor, your choice, not mine."
O'Leary says he wants to positively influence his audience, especially those who feel hopeless or lost.
And I think many of us go through life reading the headlines or lasered into social media. We're influenced profoundly by the weather. All these things completely out of our control, and then we proclaim loudly with angry fist, "Why me?" And part of my job in life is to help people unfurl those fingers a little bit from that clasp, open up their hearts, their minds, their souls, and recognize that they can ask that question and become a victor. They can rise above. They can be used for good.
Recently, the movie Soul on Fire was released in theaters. The film is an accurate depiction of O'Leary's story, featuring the important real-life locations and conversations from his early life. The movie opened on October 10th. O'Leary is also the author of 2 books. For more information, head to johnolearyinspires.com. Homecoming was a time for many alumni to return to campus. The 50-year luncheon at the Roland Fine Arts Center celebrated the class of 1975 and all prior alumni. This gathering blended nostalgia with vision. Dr. Ray Carty says the event showcases HLGU's progress while rallying alumni support for what's ahead.
But it's great to meet people that knew Hannibal-LaGrange and can reminisce about Hannibal-LaGrange in the way it was, but it's really satisfying to be able to introduce them to where Hannibal-LaGrange is right now.
Attendees enjoyed a class photo, commemorative gifts, and optional campus tours. Some area kids had a day off school recently from the Hannibal Public Schools, but that didn't stop them from learning. Some elementary students were here on the campus of Hannibal-LaGrange for Adventure University. For more on that, here's Trey Sangiacomo.
This past week, Hannibal-LaGrange University's Education Department hosted Adventure University. This event is a day-long experience for local kids. Education professor Melanie Smith says that the camp focuses on hands-on learning as well as problem solving.
The camp emphasizes hands-on exploration in a very low-pressure environment. So they learn how to problem solve, work together. They learn how to experiment and just take risks.
Dr. Smith says that it also gives the HLGU students
I enjoy watching the kids and helping them learn.
A chance to teach real students before they head into the world of student teaching.
But it also gives our students here at HLGU who are in the education program a chance to teach real-life students before they go into student teaching. But it also just goes into our core values here at HLGU with community involvement.
Head of the art department, Tammy Walsh, says that her goal is to teach the kids about creativity and the process that goes into creation.
And they're kind of breaking things apart and then putting things back together and then creating something out of it. So I want them to teach them the process of creation from broken to whole again.
Adventure University is a rebrand from STEM Camp. The camp added art, physical education, and music. Reporting from Hannibal-LaGrange University, Trey Sangiacomo from Newsbeat.
We have lots to tell you when it comes to Hannibal-LaGrange sports. With more information on basketball and soccer updates, here's Alexa Bedford.
Thanks, Nick. The Hannibal-LaGrange men's soccer team reached the semifinals in the AMC tournament in a thrilling home game. This was after a penalty shootout win over Central Baptist on Wednesday, November 5th. The Hannibal-LaGrange University men's soccer team earned a hard-fought victory in the quarterfinals, defeating Central Baptist College after a 1-1 draw and a 4-2 win on penalty kicks. The result marks the first time HLGU has reached the semifinals under head coach Lucas Almeida. Hannibal took the lead in the 59th minute when Henry Munoz scored from the penalty spot, putting the Trojans up 1-0. Central Baptist responded in the 78th minute with the equalizer, sending the match into overtime. After both overtime periods ended scoreless, the game moved into a penalty shootout to determine who would advance. In the shootout, Hannibal kept its composure. The Trojans converted 4 of their attempts, while Central Baptist only 2. The 4-2 shootout secured the Trojans' spot in the semifinals and continued their strong postseason run. Hannibal-LaGrange faced Columbia College on Saturday and lost with a score of 0-1. Moving on now to basketball, the men and women's teams were at home for homecoming games. In the men's game, the Trojans fell just short of completing the comeback against the Dakota Wesleyan Tigers. The back-and-forth battle saw the Trojans at one point down 15 points in the second half, and eventually come back and tie it up late in the second half. Kella Estep led the charge for the Trojans, recording a double-double with 16 points and 13 rebounds. Josh Tolton added 16 points and 3 rebounds of his own. With the last, the Trojans fall to 2-3 on the season. That's it for sports. Nick, back to you.
Thanks, Alexa. And finally, we leave you now with some images from the Alumni and Friends art show. The show featured a variety of artwork from 5 different artists, including work from Connie Stevens, Earl Miller, Cindy Logan, Adriana Brown, and Ann Miller. Featured artist Earl Miller is a 1966 graduate. Many of his pieces include mixed media materials like nail polish. The remaining 4 artists are local to the Hannibal area. Their artwork includes oil pastels, pen and ink, photography, quilting, and more. Well, that's it for this edition of Newsbeat. Until next time, I'm Nick Sowers. Thanks for watching.